Alright, we are back. So, we are rested and ready to head over and make our way to Gallipolis.
At last! I was beginning to think you had snuck out through the stage door. Huh?
Oh.
Yo, boy!
Hey! You again. What do you want this time?
Hey, yeah! Ta-da! Oh, don't be coy, darling. I want to come with you, of course. You should never have told me about your heroic quest if you didn't want me to tag along.
What are you talking about? You can't just decide to come with us. This isn't a game.
Believe me, honey, I know it isn't. I've seen my fair share of fun and games on my travels. What kind of jester would I be if I hadn't? But I've seen tragedy too. People attacked by monsters, all kinds of awful things. You know, my dream has always been to build a wonderful theater. Somewhere I can put on performances that will make millions smile. But how can I do that if this dark one of yours is going to be out there making people's lives awful? What I'm trying to say, darlings, is that we all want the same thing. So you see, I have to come with you. Oh, don't all squeal at once now. Mwah.
Gotcha, boy!
This guy really doesn't take no for an answer, huh?
Guess I'm part of the gang now. Yay! So, tell me, what's our next move?
Well, to get to Yggdrasil, we're going to need the Rainbow. And it seems that a traveling merchant has taken it to Gondolia.
Gondolia. But honey, that's a port town. He's probably hopped on a boat and set sail by now.
That's true. Well, then we'll have to buy tickets for the ferry, and...
The ferry? Please, darling. We don't have time to be riding the ferry with the little people.
Well, what's your bright idea then?
I was thinking a ship of our own might be more chic, no? And luckily for you, I happen to have picked up a lovely little number in the end of season sales.
Yo, boy, got it for a discount.
What? You've got your own boat? That's amazing! You're going up in my estimation by the minute.
You'd really be willing to let us use your ship, Mr. Sylvander?
But of course, sweetie. That's what friends are for. And guess where the old girl is docked, No? Why, Gondolia, of course!
How convenient!
Lucky! So what are we waiting for? The ocean beckons, shipmates! Westward ho!
Alright, so now that we have Sylvando, we can actually incorporate and have multiple members that we can rotate around mid-combat, and they don't actually take up a turn. So, really, really useful, and something I kind of didn't really take advantage of was just fully speccing out these additional party members. So we are going to kind of focus on a little bit more of that. Now, with Sylvando, we are really wanting to focus in Charm, because he'll be pretty busted that way. But in the meantime, what do we have here? What's the hero equipped? Go Chamber Bracer. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to respec a little bit. Alright, so we're back. So what we're going to do, I've respec'd the hero to Great Swords, And now that we're starting to get a little beefier on our own, we're going to kind of really be pushing him to be able to do some really good single target damage. We'll still figure out what the heck we want to do with Eric, but he can also is really able to put out some significant single target damage as well. We'll have Serena probably just sticking with a wand and shield just to keep her bulky. And then Veronica just with the staff. We're going to be looking at taking Sylvando and having him do a whip. Now, whips aren't used a ton, I feel like, but I think they're really underrated. They're really good at having a lot of crowd control effects. And that's how we're going to kind of utilize Sylvando quite a bit, is by having him as like an off support and capable of doing some good stuff like that, but also being able to apply like status effects and that kind of thing. We got our horse healer, so now we can get our horse without having to be next to this spot. Whoops, didn't mean to skip that text. But anyway, let's Sylvando is level 15 with this. I think I'm actually going to real quick swap our lineup. Good to know that he's pepped up. Good, useful to have that back in the chamber. But like, he's actually fairly beefy, like health-wise. So kind of really able to help us off support. Now we still have the highest defense. Yeah, but by quite a margin. And so I think the plan is, in most fights, probably having Eric set up and being ready to burst down single targets, that kind of thing. But I think in most situations, Sylvando's going to be pretty useful. But we will make our way, it's not that far. We'll make our way over and start progressing towards Gallipolis. So that'll be fun. Oh, we got a quest. Greetings, traveler. My name is Hakim. Please pardon my impertinence, but I assume you're making the journey to Gondolia? If so, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I have a sister, you see. Her name's Akia, and she works in a bakery in the city. Seems she has been very busy of late and hasn't been able to come home and visit as a result. As such, I've written her a letter. Unfortunately, I'm not permitted to leave my post. Would you be so good as to deliver the letter to Akia on my behalf? Sure thing, bud. You will? Oh, praise the sands. Only one with a truly kind heart would agree to assist a stranger in this manner. Here's the letter I would like you to deliver. I do not need to tell you this, of course, but its contents are very important. Do not lose it, please. Sweet. She works in a bakery in the northwestern part of Gondolia. I would be most grateful if you could, deliver the letter to her there. Sweet. This should be pretty easy. Unfortunately, this one's going to have us doing a lot of running back and forth. Spoilers. But let's progress. Beyond this checkpoint lies the Ladna di Gondolia. Only those with express permission from His Excellency, the most exalted Sultan, may pass. Do you possess evidence that he has granted you such permission? Yes, sir. Well now, yes, this is His Excellency's seal. Then you may pass. Once you have left the checkpoint, pass through the cave and you'll arrive in the Ladna di Gondolia. It's a lush and bountiful region. Continue along the road and eventually it will come to Gondolia itself, the world's greatest trading port. I wish you a safe journey. Alright, let's turn this down slightly in my ear. Alright. Now, we are in a new zone. There are some tougher enemies, but most of these we've seen before. I would like this. I'll fight you, Mr. Snake. So with this, like with the greatsword, we are going to be doing quite a bit more damage, but again, exchanging a little bit of that defense. But even then, right now... Oh, I forgot to change his tactics. Whoops. But that's fine, though.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so pretty straightforward stuff. I am going to keep Veronica for now in the main party just to kind of do some damage. And I think I'm actually just going to go for a bang, just because we want to be able to focus the living armor as well. No! I want to use my cool abilities. You punk. Alright. I think we're fine. I think we can do some damage. Go whoosh. Big damage. Okay. And yeah. Just keep pumping out some damage. I'm not as concerned. Like, I think that really the earliest part, like the early part of the game, is way more difficult. But yeah, we can go ahead. We also have a fun spell called Oomph, which we can use as a buff to significantly raise our attack. Oh, a heal slime. Alright. Gonna get a little spicy, huh? Now, we have a few new abilities. We have Greatsword Guard. This is going to allow us to start parrying more, so while we don't have a shield, we can get a slightly increased parry chance for a set amount of turns. We have Helicopter, which is a group target ability, which will let us to do good damage. And then we have Cutting Edge, which is a big overhead swing. Now, this can't crit, but it does quite a bit of damage. And with an Oomph, we can hit pretty hard. There we go. Alright. So let's go ahead and get a heal on yourself. And I'll just do some regular attack. But like 42 damage on just the regular attack. Like that's solid. That is very good. We'll throw a crack out here. I see what you did there. Decent damage. Now, Sylvanda also has some really fun stuff. And again, has a lot of utility and like debuffs and stuff that it can do too. So like, we have Lashings of Love will increase our damage to humanoids, which I don't think he counts. And then Hypno Whip is a really fun thing where we can do it to a group of enemies and confuse them. But then also there's Kiss Me Deadly, which he sends a little smooch and it'll do good poison damage. Now, this is almost done. I'll just get a little... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Finish this off and then we'll heal. But I just wanted to show some of the new abilities, because they're fun.
Don't come back.
Alright. Whoops. Alright. Let's get this. So now, I don't think we quite need to power level much at all. So we'll chill here. In fact, I'll go ahead and rest just because there's going to be quite a few mobs coming out. And we'll get a save. Okay. That's fantastic. So, again, with having, like, Eric not in the main rotation, it's not that we'll never use them. In fact, we'll kind of be setting up different scenarios. So, for example, if we get a really good poison on an enemy that we really need to focus on doing damage, you know, or, like, those kind of things, then we can still use, like, Eric's, yeah, like, burst abilities, where it does the 6 times damage. Because it doesn't require Eric stun the target, or, like, you know, poison the target or paralyze the target. It just requires them to have that effect. So if we get it, then we can get a good amount of burst damage here. We will go ahead and fight this Hornet Boy. Yeah! Ooh, and I forgot Muddy Hands. Those can be really useful too. Beautiful parry. So it does also have like a passive parry chance. It's like 2% or something like that, versus block is generally a 5% chance, so. Let's see, Sylvando. What do we got? Let's do an oomph. Set up that damage, and now we can use our Helicopter. Pop. Big damage. And then I will put a sap on the Midnight Hornet.
Sorry.
Okay. Alright. We may need to start like actually focusing these. We will do a whoosh on these guys. So the majority of turns, Muddy Hands, they will try and call for backup. They attack sometimes, but they have a really high chance of trying to request reinforcements. So it can be really good for easy experience. But it's just one of those, you just gotta AoE them down.
How wonderful.
Beautiful. And we'll let her do some damage. Go for a crack. Beautiful. And then, I don't know, we'll put a dazzle on here. So we're going for a very utility focus. And we're gonna have kind of our main like physical damage dealer being the hero, Veronica being a good spellcaster, and then 2 utility focused targets for now. I think is kind of the plan. But let's do, whoops, just a cutting edge. Let's throw some damage out there. 82 damage, that's insane. Alright. Kind of a waste of mana there, but you know, it's fine. I like using the new buttons.
Veronica wins again.
Alright. So now we can write this. We will pick this up, see the skill, great. Love to see it. What else do we have? Royal Soil, that's good. That'll be useful for as a crafting ingredient for quite a while. Okay. And I don't think I need much more of that. I think that's everything. Okay. We'll heal up. And journey on. Alright. Ooh, there's a tackle. Gold ore. Time waits for no man, but we have a plan. It may require a caravan. Tickety tick tock. Why if it isn't the luminary? I was just indulging in a spot of singing. Helps lift the spirits, don't you know? Allow me to pass on the password I found. We can now visit the observatory. Cool. Tickety tick. Use that password I gave you to visit another world from the echo chamber in Tickington. There are more tockles out there whiling away the hours searching for passwords, you know? Be sure to take a moment to talk to them if you cross any. And with that, I'm clocking off and shuttling back to Tickington. It was lovely meeting you. Sick. That gold ore is actually really useful, too. And we will journey up this way. This one cracks me up. Like, Akira Toriyama, like, I love a lot of his monster designs. I think they're super, super fun. And some of them really do just crack me up, like some Dragon Quest monsters. What do we got here? Chest. Got some men running after me. And a platypunk. Alright. Cool. The were-tiger. Fire. Alright. Let's go for a greatsword card, just to be a little more defensive here. Okay. And... sick. And then I'm actually, because he did some decent damage, I'm gonna go ahead and get a re-heal. So this will give us a heal over time. Oh no! She thinks the enemy is cute. That's a little frustrating. Alright. What do we got here? Start focusing the Splatty Punk. But we can't use abilities. Let's get a good old oomph. Oh no, but we're stunned. That sucks. Alright, get a dazzle. Rude.
Oh no!
Wow.
No.
That's unlucky. Yeah, I mean, we can't use any spells, so we'll just do some damage, I guess. Or use abilities, I mean, but... there we go. Alright, let's attack the were-tiger. Big damage. Oh, he can't use abilities, that's right. Let's just do an attack. Let's do a hit. Okay, the sisters are dancing. That's a big hit. I don't really want to use too much on the Square Tiger, but he is taking a bit. Okay, that's a big one. We can use abilities, but I don't know if there's much else. We'll just do a basic attack. Decent damage. Get a heal on the hero. Great.
Not at all.
Good damage. How did you get healed up? What? Hold on. Okay, I must have just misread it or something. I was like, wait a second, why is your name white? All right, that's fine. Do a whoosh. All right.
Score 1 for the good guys.
We can actually participate in combat fairly easily. That's good. We'll clear back down this way because I think there's some other loot that we can get. Yeah. Thank you, sir. We do want to fight this hornet so we can ride around. Oh, that's a lot of damage into Veronica. All right. But 3 different types of enemies. I think we'll just try and focus some damage. We'll go ahead and put a heal into Veronica.
Thank you.
And let's... just do an oomph. We don't really... I'll focus the punk. Okay. Honestly, I think we just put another oomph on here.
Ha! Ha!
And try and focus down. He's probably going here soon, so we'll get that. Get a good old bang. There we go. Pop a heal on your girl. A lot of damage there, but that's fine. Just keep throwing this out. We do need to start thinking about mana here soon. But like, we can do some solid damage this way. We'll go ahead and poke him with the stick. Get a little mana back. And... whip this guy. Okay, that is not a lot of damage. Alright. Platypus is down. We will do a Kiss Me Deadly. So our abilities are scaling off of charm. So like, while like, for example, a lot of like Veronica's damage is scaling off of magical might. Obviously, Serena's healing is scaling off of magical mending. Sylvando is pretty unique in that pretty much all of his stuff. Leave me alone, sir. I just want this. Okay, rude. But like, all of his stuff will focus on charm. So you can just stack stupid levels of charm. And there's an ability we'll get later, which is a group heal, which scales off of his charm. And it can just be like a full heal, and it's super good even in the late game. We'll go ahead and do some Helichopter, focus these guys down. Okay. And just try and buff this damage. Again, we do need to kind of start getting close to somewhere where we can get some mana. I'll put a dazzle on the armor. Or at least attempt to. If we can... Yeah, I kind of just want to keep focusing on AoE. Especially because we're not going to do a lot of physical damage to this armor. But we are starting to get a little low on mana. Let's... Let's just put a re-heal on Sylvanda,
Syl's here.
just to be safe. And get this dazzle.
This on yourself.
Woohoo! That's big. Great. I would have been a little frustrated if we had actually gotten hit by that. Okay. Let's start... doing just some... throwing out some cracks out to the armor. Now, with a whip, we do get to target both of these guys. I'm being a little risky here trying to throw out this damage, but I think I can get this kill on these two, and then Serena's turn has got to be coming up soon.
Oh,
Okay, well, you know... Never mind. There we go. Big. Let's get a heal. Ha! We'll just auto attack this to try and get a little bit of mana back for the wizards. And we're good. Okay. So we do need to kind of collect this loot real quick. Here, gets a level up. We'll hold off on that. But we need to kind of get to the town. Fairy Fluff. I thought there was another chest. Hey, there we go. 5% Perfectionist Pearls. Awesome. So we are just about there. And we can just kind of cheat and go across a lot of this. And we are good. So we'll dismount. And we are at Gondolia.